Hello, hello, hello. Let me see if I need to adjust the sound volume. Microphone. Sound volume. It's 100. I don't think it's a problem. Nico Corti! Hey, Nico, how are you doing? It's been a while. Andrew Maxime, hello. How are things? I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was this close to forgetting about the stream. I was about to start up Spider-Man, play a little bit of Spider-Man, and I was like, oh shit, wait, it's almost 8. It's time for streaming. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I can I can explain in a minute. I will do some explanations. Let's see. Andrew, Maxime, well, I'm off today, so now I can watch your stream from beginning to end. Wow, what a nice day. What a nice way to spend your off time, I would say. Ben is my name. Hey, Ben. Batman has good hands. Batman has good feet as well, and good legs, and good arms. A lot of good properties Batman has. No fighting that. No debating that. Okay, let's take the pencil. I thought, what? Maybe some. Let me see. If I bring the chat here, I can see maybe better here, and we'll do a Pinterest here. Nico says it's been a while. I just started my last year of college. Crazy how I started watching your videos when I was about to start uni, and now I'm about to finish. Yes, that's how old I am. That's how you get older and older. Ay. Val Kilmer Pass. Yeah, that is sad. I saw that yesterday. Actually, Matsubob shared it with me. Ezekiel, you are a very good dude. I want to be like you. Don't be like me, be better. Be yourself. It's all about just practicing and having fun, my friend. Shall we warm up with a little bit of spaceship, and then we move on to something else? It's been a while since I drew spaceships, but lately we had March of Robots, so I thought, why not do some spaceships now as a little bit of a differentiator. Actually, let us use the good old red fountain pen. Forbor Boban, hello from Turgumureş. Hey, Forbor Boban, welcome from Turgumureş. Ezekiel has a big heart. Matsubo, favorite Kilmer movie, also youth favorite, The Saint. I did like The Saint a lot. What would be my favorite with him? Wasn't he in a... I thought he was in a secret agent sort of spoof comedy. Was that The Saint? It could have been The Saint, actually. Heat, of course. Heat. I didn't want to state the obvious. I like Heat very much, but I thought I'll try and talk about something else. Top Secret. That's it. That I loved Top Secret with him. Let's see what we can cook up here. He was good. I liked it. Batman was a bit. I found that the least interesting with him, Batman. But other than that, he was very, very fun. Hazard, hello, happy to be here. Welcome, Hazard. And El Boyo, we are impatient to see what you designed today. Well, thank you, first of all. Secondly, I'm not sure you're allowed to call these designs since they are very rough, quick sketches. So I feel like some actual designers would be a little bit cranky, if you would call my quick sketches designs, but I take that as a very nice compliment. There we go. Ben, top secret, a lot of inside Jewish jokes. As a non-Jew, I did not catch them. Which sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Hossein, hi Robert, hey Hossein. Stjamal11, I've been watching you for about 2 years and I was just approached for my first commission gig. Oh, that is fantastic, my friend. Congrats on that one. Very nice. It's a nice milestone when you do your first commission. So yeah, congrats on that one. Actually, I want a little bit of a fighter jet for this one. Let me see if we can get that going. World War II fighter plane. Maybe those weren't jets just yet. A Mustang, maybe. Let me see, what can we take from a Mustang. I'm also trying to do a little bit more organic shapes, because those are usually not my strength. So we're trying to combine a lot of things here. Nico, I've been looking into universities because I want to do a postgrad or something else in Europe when I graduate here, but I still don't know what I like. Industrial design is such a big career. Any advice? Are you doing masters or like what is the next step? Because you say postgrad. Is that like a PhD or what are you looking into? But I don't like really good. I know that UK has some really good industrial design things. I am biased, of course, towards Delft. Like you can also do a PhD there for industrial design if that tickles your fancy. P38. Okay, let's see, Matze. P38. Lightning. Oh, that one. Yeah. I mean, I'm not splitting now this one into two, but yeah, it's a good one. Hossein says, when I draw environment in perspective, I make mistake in detail. Big shapes, I'm okay with. That's a good question. I'm not specifically. I can't really tell you what exact exercise to do. Like you could just exercise on a so if I would exercise on the cube. So on the cube you have your cube and then you have to keep everything in perspective in the cube, right? So what you can do, you can imagine, because you're talking about environments. What if you have an environment on the inside of your cube? So I don't know, let's say you have a house here and it goes something like that, and then you have a car parking in front of it, and then these are sort of details, but they're also sort of okay. Then you can have sort of a street going there. You can practice with trees, like trees you could simplify with just cylinders, and then you could build some more complex buildings as well. That's all up to you. But within a cube, it's very easy to stick to perspective because you see if something is off based on these lines. So you can do that with whatever you're doing in big scale as well. What's about Dutch academic sector is currently a bit tricky though. Lots of crumbling. Well, there you go. For now it looks like a Geonosian fighter from Attack of the Clone by the split fuselage. It did remind me of something. I did not know what though. So that's good. I don't mind the Geonosian. Those are pretty cool actually. They had the ball, I think, for the cockpit, right? There we go, something like we would have some sort of turbine going on down there. Welcome, Asim. Some sort of I like the idea of X-wings where you can just flip them up or down. I have no idea what that would do aerodynamically, but hey. Yeah, maybe a master. I want to something more specific because ID is super broad. I'm interested in different things like product design, sport equipment, event design, and I don't have experience. Well, my experience, so I don't know, it has been more than 10 years now, right? When I was studying at the TU Delft, they had 3 tracks for the masters. One was integrated product design, which is your more traditional, typical engineering product designer. Then you had design for interaction. That was a lot of user interfaces, user experiences. How do you? It's more about of how do you engage with the user? How do you make the user experience more interesting, pleasant? A lot of people from there went to UX and UI, and we also had strategic product design. It's also a little bit where I ended up in the end, sort of, which is helping companies from the strategic point up. So basically. From the management level, like how can you bring design all the way up there? What sort of methods can you use in management to make sure? And it's not just within design companies or any sort of companies where you can sort of reshape the company a little bit, or you just bring in methods from industrial design that you learned and apply them in whatever management needs. Make those engine vents on the side into stylized shark teeth, very World War II vibe. Or was that the A10? Yes, but I don't know how that. I mean that's more like a livery. Like once the design of the ship is done, then I feel like we can talk about. Shark teeth and other sorts of liveries. Crazy how you get those thin lines with a big marker. It's not a big marker, it's a fountain pen. So watch out for that. Hossein, I always had trouble with perspectives that vanishing points are outside the picture plane until I found out about perspective grids. My teacher didn't say me about that. I mean, yeah, that's also, they don't always talk about perspective grids. It is the vanishing points outside of the thing is something that you just have to learn to feel, sort of, you feel it out. It sounds weird, but it just comes with experience. Okay. Now we have to see how I bring the shark teeth in. Actually, it's a good point. Okay. And let's see. I did not think too much about the back of our ship, so that is going to be a little bit haphazard. Also, I positioned it a little bit too close there to the edge of the paper, so let's see how that will work out. Remind me of a shark. I should remind you of a shark? A hammer shark. Okay, okay. When Robert and I were young, Pythagoras came just around with his triangle shit. Ay. I mean, it's weird because I still feel like I just finished university like 1-2 years ago at most, and it has been 11 years now, almost 10 and a half. It's very, I don't want to say tricky, but fooling how time flies by. You don't even notice. Let's see, I want to see if I can do some sort of exhaust pipes. It would look weird, but it could work. Let's see. Something like that. I don't want to do a third one. I think two will suffice for now. And then I forgot about, I had these extra wings here. No idea what for, but they are there. And then this one would be on that side as well. I finished university 15 years ago. Graphic design. Yeah, there we go. Sounds like Mario Kart music in the background. Got thoughts on the Switch too? I just heard a little bit about it today. I'm not gonna pay 80 euros for games. I'm curious how much the games are gonna cost on a Switch. But I just stick with my Steam Deck and buy games on deep sales for that. Thank you very much. Nico, have you ever tried 3D modeling and 3D printing ships you draw? Because I feel like they could be a good decoration. Well, since you mentioned it, I talked about this a couple of times, but where do I have it? When I started, I think I have ship temp. One ship temper I have in this one, somewhere here. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to. Oh, there it should be somewhere here now. I'm pretty positive. Yes, yes, yes. whenever I switch to the purple color, there we go. So this little ship, I had somebody from Instagram send me actually a 3D printed model of it, but sadly the pieces broke a little bit. So he was like, "All right, let's try it again," and a bigger version. So he sent me this huge unit. I still have to assemble it, but just look at this. It's gonna be I mean, I think it's easier if I hold it up here. It's going to be something like this. So I wanted to assemble it quicker, but now I think I also want to paint it. So for that I will have to head out into the city, grab myself some primer, and then I'm gonna do some fun painting action. So yeah, that answers your question, I guess. I did model some of my own things, but it's just not as much fun as on paper, and I just get bored of it. I have to be honest. I don't find 3D modeling, for me personally, there's a flow that satisfies me creatively as much as pen and paper does, sadly. I still do, especially with VR in Gravity Sketch. I pop in quite often, and also on my iPad with Nomad Sculpt, but that is really not ideal for hard surface. But I follow some people who do hard surface on that, and they have some good tutorials, so every now and then I just pop one in and try to do one of my some things in that. I don't think this is... No, I don't think this wing is visible at all, no. Yeah, of course we need some sort of not exhaust, but something that pushes the ship ahead. For that we need our red again. It's going to be just, I think, just a traditional round. Something like that. I will lead some pipes into it, just to have this pipe theme reappear. And then we can have a little bit of fun with some extra flaps here at the end. That's a quick ship. Okay, now I can think a bit more about shark teeth and liveries as well. Painting is a pain in the ass. I 3D print a lot for uni, and if you want it to look good, you have to sand a lot. And it's, I think, perfectionist problem. Yeah. I mean, it is relatively smooth, so I'm curious, because it has a bit of texture, which I like. So I'm curious what we will achieve without sanding. Hussein, I have a story in mind, but I don't know what to put in the scene. My scenes are very empty. Is this happened to you? I don't really do storytelling that much, other than corporate storytelling, where I have plenty to work with. I would say try and write down what you want to draw first. Like, have everything on paper, do little sketches, and see how that works for you. Because I know for me, sometimes when I just want to jump straight into drawing, it doesn't work as well if I also draw it out, write it down first. Matze, I tried your expand style model once in Fusion you sent me, but too many open faces and flip normals for me to go through. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's why as I said, I don't care about modeling neatly. That just takes out the joy for me, having to think about all that thing. Lack of visual library could be as well, but I don't think for storytelling is not necessary it's visual library. It is maybe reading up on storytelling. Hey, Kausbu, liar. Kaustub. Again. Kaustub, liar. I last time I missed this as well. Nico, maybe the paint or the primer won't stick if you don't send it, or at least that's what happened to me because it's super shiny. Yeah, I am curious. Like it's worth an experiment. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Houdini Bob. Hey, Robert, ¿qué paso? Todo bien, todo bien. A little bit of drawing here and there. Enjoying the evening. A little bit of hydration. I almost forgot about hydration. I keep on telling you guys that's important. Okay, so for teeth, let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, it's fine, we just messed it up a bit. So if we would paint teeth on the turbine and then continue them up there. And then paint teeth down here. Where should I put? Let's put the eyes here. There we go. I wanted to put maybe a couple of sort of handheld holes here if you're crawling in there. And then we could put something there and then maybe bring these a little bit down as well. What's your opinion about AI Ghibli style? Have you used it? Is AI end of art? I honestly, I don't even know. I just saw some headlines and I'm just trying to stay away from all sorts of news lately. So usually I'm all into news and I read everything. I love geopolitics, but I've been staying away from geopolitics and with that from all sorts of news. So I know that there is some sort of AI replicating Studio Ghibli style, but I don't know much else about it. I saw a good meme. It's like I would want to draw this. Okay, let me draw this. Let me pop over here. Pop. We're gonna pop over here very quickly and just turn this on and this on. Back. There we go. Okay, so the meme went like we had like a table. We had a table and we had a guy here and the girl there, and there was the chef, and he brought some nice food, and they already had some other nice food, and these guys were very excited for the food. And then basically this was the AI, and these people said, yay, oh, what is it? Yay, look, we are cooks or something like this. So this is my whole feeling about this whole AI situation. Like, somebody does the whole hard work for you. You can't call yourself a thing. So if people want to do that, okay, but you sort of lose the whole artistic value in it, I feel. But then, yeah, how you treat it and how you mistreat it, that's gonna be the question. Let the Bobs unite. Have people used Rhino 3D much? Like, I like it because it's so good for curvy things. I used Rhino in uni. That was 10 years ago. Rhino is amazing in terms of intuitive. I liked it a lot. I remember it was quite nice to use. Where are we? Oh, interesting. I don't know. I moved to Cinema 4D, used it for years until they went subscription. Now I'm in Houdini. Hence the name Houdini, Bob, eh? I don't know, I must see how other artists will use it. Ansh Singh, Pop, welcome. Did I not have a... Let me just quickly check something. Boom. Your channel. Back. Alright, back. I tried an AI generator with prompt sci-fi space dock. It had some spaceships and 2004 Mustang convertible. I mean, okay, so this is the thing. The one AI that I like using a lot, and similar AIs that I recommend, are AIs where you just put in your old drawing and then it iterates on that. So I find it's much more intuitive or usable when you actually use AI in combination with not just words, because with words you will, I find it hard to get what I want in a vision. But if I give it a sketch and a drawing and it helps me iterate with the ideas, I am not particularly mad or angry at that. That's like using tools a little bit. But I just find myself on on Pinterest when I'm looking for reference. For example, if I was looking for reference for a ship like this and I saw a cool ship, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use this as reference. As soon as I know that it's AI generated, that a human didn't think that up, I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit less interested now. It's just, I don't know, something is missing. And the other thing is, what was it? Like, if you write into an AI generator a full, I don't know where I saw it now, but it was very interesting. I think it was an artist, or maybe not. But if you write into an image generator, show me a full glass of wine, because AI is trained on images from the internet, and you almost never see a glass of wine, right? Like if this is a glass of wine, you always pour it like halfways. Like only like some sort of psychopathic maniac would fill the glass all the way up till there. So on the internet, you can't really find pictures with a glass of wine that is full. So an AI will not be able, at least in the example, the AI was not able to generate an image with a glass of wine that was full, because it just never saw that. So how useful is that? You have to decide for yourself. Oh yeah, I remember now that we are not erasing the red underneath, because for some reason this ink is just not happy with being erased. And I do not know why. But it is what it is. I didn't took AI seriously before, but Ghibli style AI made me think if I was Miyazaki, getting depressed that some AI can replicate the style I tried to develop all my life. I mean, it's the same thing if somebody learns your style and can do it exactly like you do it. It's just people can learn it. It is what it is. I saw the glass of wine thing yesterday, and now it can. Oh shit! Well, great. Well, there goes my thing. As for analog watch with any time on it, yeah, I will likely put it at 10 minutes to 2. Yeah, because that's what most watches are, probably something similar. I have practiced the perspective cubes and simple sham. What's a simple sham? I'm not sure I know what a simple sham is, my friend. I think we are done with this one. There's not much more, I think, I want to do with this little ship. I think for a quick sketch this is good enough. Shapes. Sham and shapes are two very different things, aren't they? Okay, let's do maybe a robot-y thing. Or let's just do a study. I haven't done a human study in a while. Let's do a human study. Let's see some good pictures. No. What on earth is that? No. Fighting, a good fighting stance. Oh, this is a fun one. Let's see, it's a nice little, I would call him a well-rounded gentleman. Usually when I love doing my, I don't know if I showed you guys these, where was it? Like stuff like this, like here I don't do underdrawing, because this is on the metro, and it's just on the go quickly trying to capture what I see, the person who's sitting in front of me. But if I have the time, I do enjoy doing a little bit of pre-sketching / underdrawing. Yeah, that eye needs to be much smaller. But the rest is not bad. Turns out humans are more complex than mechs, for me at least. Human bodies are a functional marvel. They are, I mean, they're not my strength at all, but I do enjoy trying to puzzle them together quite a bit. But I still fail most of the time, but it is a fun kind of failing, I must say. Okay, let's take the other one. I've been practicing Blender for a while and I really like it. I guess I like more the concept side of ID than production. Oh yeah, I think most people who are on the more traditional side do like the concept side more. Like I also always gravitated towards the concept side and not figuring out how to actually build something. I mean, I like figuring out the main things so that it's actually functional, but then where to place every little screw and where to do the, like if you do injection molding, where to put the structural things on inside of the things, that's just not something that I particularly cared about. I have practiced the simple shapes since a month. Now I see the reality in cubes and cylinders and I don't know how to come back to the normality. Well, do you want to come back? That's the question. Do you need to come back? Is there a need for that? Is there any chance you come to Iran, Mashbat? I will be happy to show you around if you come. Although my English is terrible when I try to talk to people in front of me. Only text good. I would love to come to Iran too one day, but probably not anytime soon. The baby keeps us quite busy, and bigger travels are not in the books just yet. There we go, there is our well-rounded gentleman. Opa, sorry about that. Just hit the bejesus out of that. Sam, good morning from the shed. Welcome, Sam. Welcome. I think I missed one of your latest radio shows. Man, I'm telling you, in the morning was perfect, but now I'm always busy. Find it very difficult to carve out some time. Any tip on drawing drapery on clothes? I would suggest look at other people because I'm not good. It's not my strength. There's plenty of people who draw that sort of stuff who are way better than me, and they have some good tutorials. I don't think I'm the person to ask. Oh, I love this image. This is an awesome image. Now, so you guys can see it as well, not just me. Clearly I'm exaggerating, but the guy has a really weird posture. Now here's where I fail a little bit. My lips are not the best. I am saved by the fact that he's wearing sunglasses. And then he has some funky curly unkept hair. Nicole, I would hate to have a job in iPhone and spend 8 months of my life placing a screw or a pebble. But bro, especially in automotive design, a lot of people get disappointed because they end up designing a rim and just tiny minor changes for months and months, if not years. That's all they do. And then you studied years and years to just do that. So sadly that can end up being your reality. But that is why also many designers prefer going with design agencies, just because at least in that case you have several different projects coming through and you have a bit of diversity, something similar to what you had in uni. This guy has a mullet, which is so cool to see. And he's pressing his lips, which I find hard to show just with lines. What a shitful day it is. You did, but it was a good one. I will sort the recording and the one with Little Rick, and I will send them this weekend. Looking forward to that. Where can I find a good reference for practicing drawing environments or props? I mean, environments and props are two very different things, so I would say two different places. ArtStation, like if you want to see how other people draw props, I think ArtStation is a great spot for that. And same goes for environments. Okay, so his glasses are darker on top and then they go lighter towards the bottom. Let's see if we can achieve that effect. Yeah, I think that works. Oh yeah, a little bit of the there should visible on that side. That makes it already much better. And then he has some folds here that make it look a bit weirder. I just love this dude. This dude looks fantastic. Not my drawing, but the dude himself. There we go. Um, Automobile interior design jobs are surprisingly very tedious in real life, despite how impressive they seem. Yeah. Do you advise people to practice drawing different things or the same things over? I mean, you draw what you like to draw, but if you want to draw something good, then you have to practice drawing that one thing many times, and then you become good at it. That's why I want to work in entertainment industry, but I feel like it's the complete opposite. You work with crazy deadlines and you have to do tons of things in little amount of time. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the entertainment industry. If you follow gaming at least, so many people were just let go without real cause or reason, and that can happen to anybody, especially if you're a contract worker. I mean, yeah, it seems fun, but yeah, overtime and not the best pay. Kapow! Do you have a video on drawing mechs in perspective? I only have videos on drawing mechs in perspective. I mean, if you go back, I have many of how to draw mechs videos. Deepak Dabaria, hi sir, how are you? Thank you, I am fine. I am quite fine. Do you know about Koos Eisen third book about presentation? Yeah, I have it. It's downstairs, it's not here, but I do have it. Okay, let's do one. We have about, oh, it's almost the end of it, so maybe let's do one final mech. Shall we? Let's see what sort of mech we want to do. Shall we move on to this side? I think we can move over here. Or should I squeeze something in here? You guys tell me. While I look a little bit for reference. Oh, that would be fun as well. Let's do that. P51 Mustang engine. Let's see if we can do that. What do we have here? Nico Corti, I better find a sugar daddy or mommy and not worry because it all seems horrible. I mean, listen up. One of my most creative time was when I was working a semi-engineering job in a factory. I was I don't even know what my role was. It was sort of a factory overseer, and I worked 9 to 5, or at least it was 8 to 4. But then I came home and I was just drawing and happy. And even now I draw for a living, but like I completely take apart what I do for work to this sort of drawings because I do very corporate stuff. Here, okay. I don't know if I can show, I'm not going to show you, but one day I'm going to show you. But I do a lot of corporate stuff, which is very different from this sort of working. So you can do something that is not your dream job and still have fun and do your dream job just for yourself. At least that's how I approach it. Can you say nave tiburon? I guess I can. Is there any chance that we can see you on Proko's channel? No, probably not. I mean, I'm far from being big enough to go to Proko's channel. Look up some Darren Quatch Mac for refs. They're so good. Darren Quatch. Darren Quatch. They are nice. I mean, this one I had, I think, Yeah. Yeah, they are quite nice. Thanks for that really good advice. I mean, I just think many people really put themselves into a bind by trying to turn their passion into their work. And I think you just shoot yourself into the foot, because sooner or later it will be just that, just work, nothing else. And then what happened is that you lost your passion. So, and not all the time, of course, I'm not saying that happens all the time, but there is a high chance for that happening. And then, yeah, it's a bit sad in that case. So I think this is like an airplane turbine engine something jigamajig. I'm just gonna do a very quick and rough rendition here. Is the corporate stuff related to concept design and illustration, or is it UI, UX, and graphic design? Neither. It's storytelling. The thing is that corporates, actually not just corporates, any company, you have to come up with strategies. What are we going to do? How are we going to sell our products? How are we going to market ourselves? The market change, we need to adjust, we need to reshape the company. And all of this needs to be communicated. And what I do, I come in and help them put everything that needs to be done into sort of, not really infographic. The Dutch call it a praatplaatje, which if you translate it is sort of a talking image. So I use metaphors to represent what needs to be done and help them tell complicated stories that would be otherwise expressed via hundreds and hundreds of pages of PowerPoints. And everybody is sick of that. And nobody can really pay attention to those. So my value comes in where I take their corporate stories or change management, missions, visions for the next years, their strategies for the following 5 years, what they want to achieve. And I turn that sort of into an interesting drawing that tells their story. I can, once I finish this, I'll take a look if I have. The thing is, these things, because usually it's the strategy of a company, it's under NDA. Of course, they don't want anybody to know what their strategy is. But I'll take a look. Well, don't underestimate yourself, sir. You are really great. Thank you, Deepak. Very kind of you. Not many corporations need Mac design, sadly. No, but that's I did do Mac designs for corporations. Like I am here. Okay, I think I can let you see this one. Okay, wait. I am working for a certain. I'm not gonna say too much. But it has to do with cybersecurity, and they have a yearly conference, and we have a very nice cooperation. And they asked me in the last couple of years to design their banners. So let me see if I switch over now. Blah blah poop pop. So this is. There you go. This is sort of the final poster I had to do for them. It was a very, well, poster, it's a banner, but it's a very fun little Mackie, and then the whole year, the horror conference is going to be Mac related. So that's fun, I would say. And the previous year, it was all, what was it? Cyberpunk, and before that it was Stranger Things. So there's a lot of fun to be had. Where is my... I lost you guys. There you are. A nave tiburon equals shark hip. Oh, okay. I don't know why I said that. I wonder we will have Mac tournaments in arenas on the moon. I just want to references to make one art. Is that right? Yes, it's a very good approach. No, I mean, it's good to build the visual library, but it's also good to have multiple references, because if you don't have the visual library yet, you don't know how to rotate that thing. It's hard to estimate what's going to be on the side that you can't see. Don't you get sad if your personal art never see the light of the day, only people on YouTube? No, I mean, even this is not necessary. Like, I have plenty of pages in here that don't go on YouTube. Well, one day I'm gonna do a sketchbook walkthrough, but no, I just like drawing for myself. I like creating little mechs or whatnot, and it is a huge asset, a huge achievement if somebody loves my stuff and they actually make something like this out of it. So I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just happy to create for myself. Sam, happens in everything. I have been a semi-professional photographer for over 20 years, and I used to love it as a hobby, and now I don't pick up my camera unless I'm paid something with Jing in a way. Yeah, exactly, there you go. Do you work in Dutch? Because I want to move to Amsterdam or Rotterdam because I love the music culture, but Dutch is so difficult. I have Dutch clients. I have a big Dutch client, I have a big European client, and then I have several Dutch client. It helps, I'm not gonna lie, it helps a lot if you speak Dutch, but it is very easy to live here without speaking a word of Dutch. I have friends who've been living here for, I think, more than 20 years, and other than the basic being able to buy a beer at most or say hello, they don't speak a lot of Dutch. So you can get by it. I think we will call it a day. I was UX UI designer, but doing that in corporate world is really toxic for me. Now I'm a digital marketer and producer, happier than before. And this is another thing, like, I know not everybody has the opportunity, but if you have the opportunity to move on and change what you're doing, just do it, man. Especially if you're younger, if you're under 40, but even above 40, just go for it. You feel awful a long time drawing for yourself. Do you cut your hair apart? They seem shorter than... No, I think it's just I didn't push it up. Dutch music culture? I haven't found it yet, only annoying bass beats. Bro, come on, hardstyle is life. let me see if we have hardstyle in here. Yeah. Quick, just one hardstyle track, and then I will go sleep. Also, if people don't know what hardstyle is, please go away now. This music is not for you. I'm 22, JJS, I want to move around. I love Martin Garrix. That's the culture. Okay. Eurotrash detected. This is not hardstyle. I don't think my music thing knows. This is not hardstyle either. Okay, no. Okay, we're not listening to hardstyle because we just do not have hardstyle here. But if you come to the Netherlands, go listen to hardstyle. Alright, ladies and gents. I am here in Argentina, Argentina, the genre that everyone loves, and I hate it. Country DMB, that sounds amazing. Is this the type of music with the clown dude saying, "Are you ready?" Okay, okay, I have to. I feel like I have to. Let's put in, and then I'll go. Where is the thing? Let's put the thing I said, and the thing. All right. And we just go to YouTube, and we say, Haber. Look at this. So this is a class Dutch music, okay? These are the gents that are dancing to it. Oh, why can't we hear it? Interesting. I thought I can play some. That's sponsored. Come on. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Oh yeah, let me give you some volume. Eurotrash. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with this beautiful melody, I bid you good night and see you next time. Until then, keep on drawing and bye bye.